Hey guys, I'm back. I've been gone for a minute or two. I know this. There just hasn't been a movie that I really wanted to watch, and to be honest with you, I barely made it tonight. For some reason, my neck started hurting me last night, so I drugged myself pretty hard when I got home from work, and I slept. I slept hard. I slept until about like 6 o'clock in the evening, and then after that I stayed in bed until like 7, so I didn't even start my day until 7 o'clock in the evening. But that means that I'm at the very, very last showing of this movie, and I've already bought my ticket, so I've already seen how many people are going to be there, at least by the time I bought my ticket, and there's not that many people that are showing up for the premiere of Birds of Prey. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's the movie. That's right over there. That's the movie I'm going to go see tonight. Is Birds of Prey, starring Margot Robbie and my celebrity crush, which is Mary Elizabeth Winstead. I don't know if I'm excited about this movie, but I haven't been to the movies, obviously, in at least a month. So I'm excited to go see a movie tonight. So in just a few seconds, I'll be right back to let you know if DC is on the right track to putting out better movies, or if it's just shelving us the shit that we've gotten before. All right, just a few seconds. I'll see you later. Bye. Hey guys, I just got done watching the movie, and there's a lot for me to unpack here, so let's just get started. First off, we all know that I'm a big comic book guy, so I know a lot about these characters, so let me just go ahead and just throw this out there for you big comic book nerds who probably know as much or even more than I do. There were two characters that they changed radically to fit into this movie. They had the Huntress, who, if you remember the Silver Age character, she was from Earth 2, and she was the love child between Batman and Catwoman, and she was called the Huntress, and I really like that character. They changed her in this movie to be the daughter of this crime family that got assassinated, and she was the only survivor of that, and she was raised by assassins. So, and the other character who I thought suffered an even bigger injustice was Cassandra Cain, which is probably my favorite version of Batgirl. I really liked her version of when they were writing her as Batgirl. I really liked that version of Batgirl. I thought that I really dug it. I thought her character was really, really cool, and they kind of just turned her into a kind of a street thug, not even a street thug, but a street rat. She was more of a pickpocket, more of a grifter than anything else in this movie. And I really think they did a disservice for that character. And in fact, she was more of the damsel in distress throughout the whole movie, and that was one of the main things I had wrong with this movie. The other thing I had wrong with this movie was it was called Birds of Prey. It was supposed to be Birds of Prey, and we didn't see that group come together as a whole unit until the very end of the movie. I thought that they gave most of the satellite characters equal time in this movie, but the majority of the time was given to Margot Robbie's character, Harley Quinn. This was a Harley Quinn movie. It should have been called Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey, like subtitled in Birds of Prey, instead of like the Birds of Prey with the big long tagline of the extradition of Harley Quinn, or whatever it was. I don't know. It was stupid, and I didn't remember it. I wanted to see a Birds of Prey movie, and what I got to see was a Harley Quinn movie instead. It was, again, I'm not going to grade it yet, but I did enjoy it. The things that, and another very small nitpicky thing that I found wrong with this movie was, now the action sequences were fun, and I couldn't help but smile throughout the whole movie. I had a good time with this movie. but the action sequences were just not up to par for me. They weren't thought out enough. They weren't cool enough for me. They weren't John Wick level, is what I'm trying to say. John Wick is witty and fun and inventive, and when a guy goes down, I can believe that he's going to stay down. In this, in the action sequences in this, these guys seem to be just falling left and right, and just going down for reasons that I would think that the tough big guys that these girls were fighting, I thought they would put up more of a fight, but they didn't. It just seemed like they glossed over the action sequences just a tad. It was still fun. I still had a good time with the action sequences, but I think they needed a little more polishing on that. I think they should have spent a little more time, because honestly, that's what this movie is really ultimately trying to sell you, is an action film. And unfortunately, some of the action sequences, although this movie is very cartoony and not something, there's a lot of suspension of disbelief for this movie. I think still at the same time, it just a tad. It just didn't work for just a little bit. If they polished it just a little bit more, I thought it would have worked a lot better. I thought that they were just a little bit lazy on that. What worked for this movie, like I said, it was a Margot Robbie movie. We got to see a lot of her, and I do not particularly hate her portrayal of Harley Quinn. It's not my favorite, but then again, that character is not my favorite character. All the other characters, aside from the Cassandra Cain character, I thought were handled really well. Mary Elizabeth Winstead played the Huntress, and I thought she kind of made weird choices with the character. She played her kind of stiff and unworldly, which I, as far as I'm concerned, it didn't really fit. But at the same time, I liked that character. I really got behind Rosie Perez's character, Renee Montoya. I really enjoyed the character, the Black Canary 2, as that bar singer, and later on, showing her superhero chops as the Black Canary. I gave a lot of passes to this movie because, again, throughout the whole movie, it was given to me on a very, very fun kind of package, and it made me smile all the way throughout the whole movie. Was it the greatest movie in the world? No, it had a lot of flaws to it, but it actually had a number of pluses that made this movie worthwhile. I enjoyed the characterizations in this movie. I enjoyed the relationships that they formed throughout this movie. I even enjoyed Ewan McGregor as the bad guy. I thought he was more of just like scenery eating machine. He was over the top and just a typical comic book bad guy, in my opinion. And it actually worked in this movie. I thought his character really did provide an adequate motivation to hate this guy, and I enjoyed that about that. I enjoyed his performance in that role. So with all the bad sides of that movie and all the plus sides of that movie, I think if I would have added it for me, I would have to give it a 75%. I don't know if I would recommend to see it in a theater, but it's totally worth a watch. I guess what I'm saying is, at the moment, I would recommend it to go see that the theater. Now, there's a lot of good movies out there, but they're heavy. Like 1917 is a really heavy film. There's a lot of movies that are trying to carry that artful, historic, or drama field effect. And this is pure and simple, just fun, cartoony violence and humor. And if you're looking for a good time in that manner, I would recommend seeing this in the movie theater. If you're looking for something a little more serious and a little more heartfelt, then save it. But definitely give it a watch. Give it a watch at home, at the movie theater, or at your personal movie theater, at your home, on the couch, with your own bucket of popcorn and your own beverage. A home viewing is what I'm saying. a 75 is what I'm giving it. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good time. I thought it was worth a watch. I would recommend watching it in the theater, but if it's not what you're looking for, wait. But watch it at home. All right. So that's it. Hey guys, I'm so glad that I got to talk to you tonight, and to discuss movies with you again. I haven't been in front of the camera for quite a while. So what do you guys think? Leave it in your comments down below to tell me what you thought about Birds of Prey and how wrong I was about this movie. But other than that, the summer blockbusters are going to come out. It is February now. We have March and then April. April is probably like considered the start of the summer movie season. So a lot of good movies are coming out. So let's hear it for that summer movie season that's coming out pretty soon here, guys. But other than that, I'm really out of words. It's time for me to move on. So again, I want to wish you guys all peace. Matinee. I'll see you guys later, and goodbye.